Hello again, YouTube. Going to be reacting to Knockout Audit. He had a good, well, it looks like it's going to be a good video anyway. Migrant hotel protest, counter protest comes to blows. So this should be exciting to watch anyway. And just clarify straight away at the beginning of the video so I don't have to keep doing it. I'm against any sort of civil war or revolution. I would prefer us to resolve these differences amicably, but I'm not stupid. I can tell which way the wind is blowing. But just so I don't have the police at my door, I do not want a civil war or a revolution. So please don't do that. But at the same time, we need to monitor what's happening in the UK. So I'm going to shrink down here and we're going to get into it. Oh, the link for this video will be in the description. Make sure you go check it out and give Knockout Audit a subscribe as well. Pretty please.
UK and Europe, it's all going to go under Syria. It's above government level, you're talking WEF, EM.
My argument is, I don't have an issue with people who come here by boat. Now think about that.
We're back again.
He doesn't have a problem with people illegally entering the country. I mean, I'll have to see what he's got to say later, but that's preposterous.
Back again, Fallowfield. Another hotel. Manchester South Hotel this time. Just have a little wander. Yes, laddie.
Why don't you go back, fight for him? Why don't you go back? Yeah, why are you here? Communists! Terrorists!
I'm going to point this out again. I didn't get to it in time. But yeah, we see like, yes, fascists on the attack. You are the fascists. You are the ones supporting the state. These people do not know the definition of fascism. Fascism is a total adherence to the state, usually by military. So all we're missing at the minute is the military to get involved on their side. They are the fascists. Just because they're communists doesn't mean they can't be fascists. Because as I've said in other videos, for communism to work, you need to have a fascist state. I mean, it's quite self-explanatory. Fascism and communism are the same side. They're the two sides of the same authoritarian coin. They essentially are the same thing, just in different guises.
Refugees are welcome here!
Confused. Who's causing all the refugees in Europe, mate? Pointing at that flag there. You can't say more.
Bro, I've seen this clown. I've seen that clown in other videos, him with like the slick back gypsy hair. He seems a bit of a moron, to be honest. He says he doesn't want to be involved with either side, but he joins the Palestinian side anyway. He's just a little quisling. He should be ignored.
It's a much smaller turnout than yesterday in Stockport. I don't know if that's going to change. Because I'm sick of we work hard and all our money's going to these people in these bloody hotels. It's ridiculous. We've got pensioners that are freezing. They can't afford to pay the bills. We're paying billions to these people. They've given nothing to the country.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the UK government has squeezed the electorate in terms of the economy. Made it untenable for people to be able to raise a family on one income. everything's continually getting more expensive. House prices are constantly going up. Rent keeps going up. Council tax, but wages aren't following suit. So English people can't afford to live in their own country, and then they're inviting in the third world and making us pay for it from the taxes that we do pay. But they essentially they are trying to make the English people a serfdom. Again, this is what's essentially they are attempting to do.
Are they going to put into the country? And it's just bloody annoying. There's nothing racist about it. It's about what's right and what's wrong. Charity starts at home. And don't mind helping people.
Yeah, exactly.
Billions of
This is like the thing where like, oh, I like apples, so you ate oranges. That's what like these to say. Like we want to put our people first in our own country. We don't want others from outside our country taking advantage of the system. Oh, so you must hate the other people outside the system. Like, no, just don't want them taking advantage. Just be like, I think there's some fruits you're not meant to store together. It'd be like saying that you should, like, so forget fruit. We'll say like meat and vegetables, right? Both food, right? You've got to keep the meat separate from the vegetables, so you'll cross contamination, right? This is like the same thing. Maybe not quite as extreme as that. That sounds a bit like I'm in favour of segregation, but it makes sense that you can be in favour of keeping something safe, but you don't hate the other thing. You just need to look after the two things, essentially, maybe in separate ways. And that unless they are citizens, they should be dealt with differently from citizens. Citizens should have the most rights in their own country.
billions in the hotels. It's racist. They're racist against the English people.
Audio's not like good with though.
They come over
Skip
here
forward a bit.
and get freebies, everything. We all know the score, so we want it sorting out, and it's got to stop. So we're here to vent our feelings.
Have you ever seen anything like this situation in your time before?
Mine is strike, which were different and all that. You know, mine is fighting for their lives, and we're fighting for our lives. We're fighting for our kids' lives and our grandkids' bandwagon, and we're not racist and all that. We just want to see a stop to all this because we can see it deteriorating. Enough said.
Appreciate that. If it's only you,
Oh, fuck, you actually posted the full video and like clipping it like everyone else. Touch me down for that, mate.
well,
Yeah, this is the guy
I
on
edit
that.
it because I don't want.
This guy's a bit of an idiot. He has a very sort of like base level understanding of the situation. He hasn't gone in depth. I mean, we'll see what he's got to say here. I've seen him in other videos and he's a bit of a clown.
Boring stuff on it.
Well,
I
nah,
get
mate,
everyone's-
you're better than Charlie Beach, I'll say that, mate.
Knockout Audit.
Yeah, 100%. When you've got lads being egged, yeah, like random athletes.
Oh, we don't like Charlie Veach because he shines a light into the darkness. I mean, I don't maybe agree with how Charlie conducts himself in every single instance, but nobody's perfect.
Lads in Epping being egged for the actions of an Ethiopian. I would say that you're racially profiling everyone there, especially
Who did that though? Certain people.
Well, it was just far right people.
Individuals.
The demo in general, yeah. I think.
Alright, just far right people. What a silly response. Pseudo-intellectual.
I think what the issue is that we've got is that on these demos you've got genuinely concerned locals, but then also you've got the infiltration of the far right, like Ryan Ferguson, like Louise Holbrooks and the BNP and all those kind of names.
But the infiltration of the far right sounds like Keir Starmer. Like, don't get me wrong, there will be some far right elements within these protests, just as there's far left elements within the other side. I mean, who cares? At the end of the day, this is forward into a left and right dichotomy. I mean, like the far left are just as troublesome and just as problematic as the far right. It's kicking off. I'm sorry, but anybody going around waving a foreign flag in another country is going to cause trouble. Like, I'll be going to the Philippines soon, and I'm pretty sure if I walked around waving the Union flag, people would start taking issue with it. Be like, why are you waving that here? You know, I'm sure they wouldn't mind me having it up in my own home, etc. But if I was going around wearing it and flying it around every single day like these clowns, there would be issues for me, for sure.
Get over there!
Where's the police? Usually these sort of demonstrations, there's the police involved, and there's not one police officer in. Oh, I'm telling a lie, they were there. So it's because they're not in their, their tennis ball coloured garments.
What's going on?
We're not separating, yeah? They're the ones that
Oh, we're still going. We're still kicking off. I mean, as I've said in previous videos, right, if things do kick off here, which I think is more than likely, these people on this side, soy boy types, they're not going to last very long. Nativists won't want them. Islamicists will expel them. Government won't be able of them. They will be politically homeless. They'll be the first against the wall, essentially, from whichever side they anger the most. They are fighting for an ideology which does not like them. It's funny as well that they always say, "Whose streets, our streets," and they're not even from the area. They have caught the train and bus into the area to protest, while the locals that live here are from the area. It is their streets. Completely nuts. And this is something I don't like, is that now we're sort of forced that Israel are on our side. Because, like, my personal opinion is I don't want anything to do with the Palestine-Israel situation. I want them both to settle it themselves, winner takes all. I don't want anything to do with it. Like, they can sort it out themselves, just like Rwanda and the Congo, or Cambodia and Thailand. Or, I mean, we can go on and on and on here. Like, why has it got to be our issue? Like, we didn't get involved in Thailand and Cambodia. Like, why do we have to be involved in this? So then I sort of feel like I'm forced into the Israel side against my own wishes, but I don't really want anything to do with it.
She's proud in the way for the British football.
And you always notice it's always the ugly ones on the pro-Palestine side. It's like all the more attractive people, usually on the nativist side, all the ugly ones are all on this side. I very, very rarely see somebody attractive on this pro-Palestine side. I find it funny they're saying anti-fascista, because that sounds very Latin, right? And fascism is Latin, is of a Latin origin. It comes from Italy. As far as I'm aware, anyway. I mean, it's been a while since I've researched fascism, but as far as I'm aware, it originates in Italy with Mussolini. So saying anti-fascista is potentially the most ironic thing I have heard, at least in a short while, anyway. Maybe not ever, but just shows the level of ignorance and political unawareness of this side of the argument. They have no idea what they are talking about. See what I mean? All ugly. Yep. That's right. They are always the ones that hide their identity as well. You don't see, quote unquote, our side hiding their face very often, to be honest. It just goes to show how untruthful they are and how much we can't trust them. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here for now. I think I've got the main brunt of it. But if you want to check out the rest of the video, by all means, I'll put the link in the description, and you can go check out his video. And I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.